Are you ready to put some ideas on their heads? We do many unusual things in the Feldenkrais method, paradoxical things. We shorten what's already short. We elongate areas of too much length. We reverse proximal, distal relationships. Today's video is a sample of a daily practice from our Better Posture course, 30 Day to Better Health, Balance and Confidence. In this one, we befriending asymmetry. Again, something paradoxical. You want to be straight, you want to improve posture, you want to be geometrically aligned. And here we are doing something so crazy. Give it a try and see how much you can change in such a short time. And not only your posture will benefit from it, but you are likely to develop a deep sense of peace, serenity, and calmness. I'm pretty confident you will enjoy it. Welcome to day 21. Today, working on befriending crookedness and surrendering to different shapes. We'll be using roller. However, if you have a big roller, like a 6-inch roller, it will be too big. So smaller rollers about that size will be okay. I'm going to give you two options. So one is use the smaller foam roller, or using a beach towel, let's fold it in half and let's create a tube by rolling it. So you will create about that thick. Please lie on the roller. Find comfort in lying. For people who have tendency for hyperextension of the knees, it will be important to lower the roller, to use it even lower, just a smaller towel, because we are going to use straight knee position, and in this situation the knee tends to hang into extension or hyperextension. So you don't want to do it from too big of a height. Please straighten both of your legs and bring your feet together. So your heels and the big toes, balls of the big toes inside of the feet are touching each other. Very gently go back to what we started to do yesterday. Flex your ankles. Point your feet. Flex them. Point them. So it's the movement of plantar flexion when your toenails are coming toward you, and dorsiflexion when you point down. Feel, are your heels on the same line as the roller, or do the heels feel that they're a little bit to the left or to the right? That awareness may not be clear. Just get a sense of it. And one more time, it's not the sliding of the heels that we are interested. The heels are, we are digging with the heels into the ground. They're anchored and they produce that push and pull throughout our skeleton. Now go a little faster. This is an interesting problem to solve. How to surrender, meaning let go to that wave, up and down wave, and at the same time how not to fall off the roller. So your brain has to right itself, but not to stiffen, so you can allow the transition of force up and down your central tube, the central spinal column. Feel how the head is rocking, chin moving toward the chest and away from the chest, how your breastbone, the ribs that we were practicing movement of the ribs up and down. And make it light. It doesn't have to be big. Stop, bend your knees. If you need to readjust yourself on the roller, do so. And be quiet for a moment on the roller. Feel how you surrender. How peaceful is the sensation. Now we'll do the same movement but with feet slightly apart. Straighten your legs. For people who have tendency for hyperextension of the knees, you could put a smaller towel under the back of your knees so they won't be hanging back. That's an option, to put another small roller or rolled towel underneath your knees. Now with your feet apart, go back to the gentle oscillation. Feel how you can surrender to it. Again, I need to speak up as I'm relaxing. Back and forth. But that sensation of calming down, that parasympathetic nervous system kicking in, and sympathetic, the fight and flight and freeze nervous system quieting down, will make you a little bit more mellow, a little bit more relaxed. Go back and forth another few seconds. Don't do any movement that gives you discomfort. Stop, please bend your knees. And rest quietly on the roller. Now we're going to do something unusual. You will slide your right side off the roller, slowly sliding your right shoulder, sliding your right buttock, and sliding your head off the roller. That's why we don't want big roller, too big of a roller. Straighten your legs too. And feel if you can surrender. So the roller is supporting your left shoulder blade, your left back, your left buttock. And stay in this crooked position. This may be challenging. It's actually can be a very profound experience for you, because many of us tend to dislike this asymmetry and will find that we are fighting this. Can you feel? Are you fighting this sensation? Could you surrender yourself to that shape? Like a little baby that can sleep in any position, hanging arms off the supportive surface, infant falling asleep in hands of a caregiver, with all sorts of asymmetries, and hanging, yielding, surrendering to the shape, the supportive shape. To me, it feels like in one of the early sessions I showed you a slide when I spoke about symmetry, how our mind likes symmetry. I showed you a slide with crooked alignment of text and pictures. It was the same slide but slightly misaligned, and it was somewhat disturbing for many of us. This position may be also slightly disturbing. See if you can befriend it. Can you surrender really to that shape? Can you be in that feeling of fighting it, or correcting it, or holding it, resisting it. Be with that feeling, with that state. What is it about that holding, that resisting? Can you breathe into that? Can you let go, truly let go, and accommodate the uneven, asymmetrical shape of your body? Now, very gently, begin to flex your ankle and point your ankles. And start to oscillate. First slowly. Especially if you feel that you're still fighting it. If you're still unable to let go and befriend this unevenness, then oscillating fast will be just hard. It will be fight. It will not give you the same quality that we're after. Because actually the movement is not important here. Your response to what we're doing is important. Can you think of it? How are you respond? Can you really truly surrender to it? Your first response maybe not, I cannot, but can you go a little bit deeper? Why? Why are you fighting it? Can you let go of that fight? Can you surrender to it? Can you be in full control of surrendering to the shape? And when you get there, when you feel you're calmer and peaceful, then you can go a little faster with your feet. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Another half a minute. Excellent. Stop. Slowly bend your left knee. Remove the roller from underneath you. And please straighten your legs. And observe how huge, how dramatic is the difference between the two sides of your body. The side that was on the roller and the side that was off the roller. Experience that, not necessarily with words, but be with that feeling, with that sensation. Again, I need to speak up because it's a profound sense of calm and peace. And at the same time, quite an asymmetrical position that I don't have to fight. I don't have to straighten myself. Sometimes this business of straightening becomes compulsion. See, can you let go of that too? And don't worry if only partially you succeed. If you feel that internal holding, that kind of fight, that kind of control that you can surrender of, that's okay. We have all the time to get there. As long as you're making small progress, we are fine. Now please come back onto the roller and we'll do the other side. So first, Lie symmetrically on the roller. Feel maybe there is novelty, maybe more of your spine, more of your back, more of your ribs. Cradle the shape of the roller. Maybe you're fighting less and you're surrendering better. Yielding to gravity, not fighting. Working with gravity, not fighting it. Please move yourself to the left until it's the right side that it's only supported by the roller, including your head being off of the roller, your left buttock, left shoulder off the roller, and the roller is supporting only the right side of your body. Feel, can you be an infant again, capable of falling asleep in even crooked positions? What in you holds, resists that feeling? And breathe to that part of you. It's the highest degree of control to actually be able to let go of control. How can you take control over that controlling part of you that maybe fights the sensation, dislikes it, doesn't know what to do, how to cope with this strange environment? Feel if for a moment you can give this a few seconds off, a minute off time, relaxation, a little vacation for the controlling part. Scan your body for places that let go, yield, and places that maybe still I are not so sure whether to let go or not. As you're getting better at stopping, inhibiting that part of you that's on, as you learn to stop, to inhibit that part of you, begin to flex your ankles and point them. But go slowly at the beginning. No need to rush. Rushing may be actually not letting go. Practice calmness. It's okay if you don't make a full movement of your heels and feet, but just a little pull and just a little push. As you're getting better, increase the speed, but without rushing. Here's the distinction between rushing and making fast movements. See if you can make that distinction for yourself. Rushing has that element of holding, tensing, fighting. Going fast can be with fully surrendered, quiet system. Again, the movement itself is not important. Your response of your organism to what we're doing is the important part in our training. And for another minute, rocking, oscillating. Again, not doing anything. The only doing is your feet. Your feet, leg movements, they work. The rest of your body, including your head, neck, surrenders. Quiet. Letting go of that overzealous me, or that driving person, of that force that often is good and makes us successful, make us accomplish stuff. But right now you give yourself a moment, you counterbalance that. Excellent. 5 more seconds. And stop. Feel how successful can you be in surrendering to strange, weird shape. And now please bend your right knee slowly. Remove the roller from underneath the right side of you. And finish the session by quietly lying on your back and feeling again how dramatic of a difference there is in your contact with the floor. Spend a minute or 2 quietly lying down. I'll see you for the next session tomorrow.